Hey Taurus, it's Tashina, the Wishing Moon. And sorry I've been gone so long, but I am back. And I'll probably tell more about my February in my Cancer video because I'm a Cancer. If you're interested in personal reading, I'm at thewishingmoon.com. And here we go. I made some new art over the weekend, and this one kind of reminds me of the Earth sign, so I'm just sharing. I take it away, and we'll start your reading. All right. So, Taurus, I feel like you guys have gotten this surge through February of newness. Oh, you guys are playing your old games. Coming into the month, though, end of February, beginning of March, you are being stubborn about something. Refusing to make a choice, refusing to see a physician. Let's see. I mean, this couldn't be more Taurus, really. I'm going to try and get this glare. Let's see if I can get this glare off of anything. Yeah, okay. I'm right at a window, and it's like the sun is just peeking through a little bit. There we go. I can't get it quite. All right, well, the next video won't have it in there. There we go. I think I got it. All right, let's see mid-month. We're going to do 3 cards. Actually, some cards flew out, so we'll just take these. I take jumpers, just what I do. Everybody's different. And the extra card we kind of keep for overall energies, okay? So I'll pull it down so you could kind of see it. You know, I might pause it and just close this blind. Hold on just a second. Okay, back. Great. Much better. I am definitely not perfectionist, but I'll tell you, sometimes you just want the cards to be seen. Okay. Strengthening bonds, and I know the crown chakra. Okay, so there's some situation coming up in March. It could have started in February that you are just feeling very confident about, very much like you know the answer to it. You may have met someone, you may have started something new, like it feels like a meeting. It feels like you actually met somebody because the strengthening bonds card is here, and that's a newness. That's a you know, it's an ace, and it could be that, you know, you started a new relationship in February, and you're just really sure about it. You just really know this is the person for you, and you can potentially, there could be some red flags that are coming up. Starting in, we'll look at some more cards, but starting in the beginning of March, and you don't care. You don't give a crap. You're just like, you know what? This is the person for me, and I know it is, and it doesn't matter either way to me. Like if some things come up, because you're being really stubborn about the situation. All right, let's see what's going on. What are you refusing to see? Oh gosh, bunch of cards. Well, 4 cards flew out. All right. So, let's see. I'm actually going to kind of keep them all here because I just asked that question. So, it could be that you met an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Could be a Scorpio. It could be a Capricorn. Could be a Scorpio. Okay, just because those cards came up. But if it's not those signs that you're dealing with that you've recently met, then it's something about the past is not dead. You know, something has not been let go of the past. And this could be what you're refusing to see. Maybe you're pulling in too much of your past into this new relationship, and that's causing some issues. Maybe it's something that you don't even notice that you're doing. I feel like a lot of signs are actually doing stuff like this that they don't notice that they're doing this. Like they're being kind of petty and they don't even realize. Um, it could be the person that you met has some kind of something from the past that they're um like just getting over, or like it feels like they have just gotten over it. And the person from their past could be a air sign, by the way. So they could be actually dealing with an air sign, but it feels like maybe they just ended a relationship, or, you know, this person could potentially just want to use you in some way also. I'm getting that energy. Like you could be the way for them to get like to a next level. They could be using you for like some mental energy. I don't know what it is. Um, we'll get some more cards for those, but I'm going to move on to like present, which is here in the middle here. And that's like mid-month, mid-March. Oh, goodness. Cards are flying. Okay. Now 3 again. Huh. Okay. Let's see what's going on. All right. I'll move these off a little bit. So I'm getting, okay, the message I'm getting is sometimes like I don't know how to describe it. Like it's really simple, but like sometimes when you think something's too good, it is, you know? Like that's the feeling I'm getting, and that was the message. It was like all that glitters isn't gold, and it could be that potentially you are refusing to see the bad parts of this person or this situation. It could be also, it could be family, but it doesn't look like work necessarily. It looks like a beginning of a relationship, or maybe somebody that you're interested in, somebody that you have a spark with, somebody that maybe isn't quite over their ex, or has just broken up with their ex, or is just about to break up with their ex in the end of February, beginning of March. And you might start to feel like you're getting used a little bit, like a rebound, like you're a rebound. Mid-March, it looks like, although you want to strengthen the bond and create this happy union and start this building, this person may not be in the same place that you are. They might want to, they're not interested in nurturing themselves. They're not interested in like making a wish. They're not interested in moving forward necessarily with you. They're kind of in this state of, I don't know, I feel like they just got a relationship and they're just like really wanting to just kind of party and play, you know? So air sign, Scorpio or Capricorn, okay? Air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Kind of getting the feeling that they're probably more, it really, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, then they recently broke up with a air sign, and they feel like they escaped these chains and they're moving forward. Okay. And they may have told you that, but you actually don't, like, you almost don't believe them, or you don't feel that energy. Like, you just want them to be in your life, so you don't care. Okay, so one card came out. So like I said, coming into the month, you feel like you feel like you are really connected to spirit. You feel like you have all the answers. No one's going to tell you that this is not exactly what you want. However, towards the end of the month, you do have these moments when somebody isn't nurturing you, where you're not nurturing yourself even, where you start seeing some of the issues, I guess, that arise from not believing that this person may not be over their ex, or you may be jumping in a little too fast. And some of those issues may come up, but you still feel like you still feel like, oh, I know this person, doesn't matter. Okay, so there's nothing really I can say in this, this reading even that's going to change you, because Taurus is exceptionally stubborn in what they know. Nine of Swords, though, end of month. I mean, that's going to be some depression, some like feeling left out, some things that are surfacing. You see the moon is in this card here. That's some secrets that are really going to shine. They're going to come out. And you're going to really get a chance to see if this is really what you want. You're going to get a pause. You're going to get a moment of pause to really see if this is, what you want to continue with. Okay, I'm going to go to the next set of cards. I'm doing so past, present, future, and we'll kind of go with that one for that. Let me see if I can kind of angle these a little bit better. I swear, I'm trying to do these in my room instead of on my dining room table to be quieter. And I got to figure out, the proper placement of everything. I think that looks pretty good. All right. So let's see. So Taurus, I don't feel like I said, I don't feel like this is, it could potentially be family if you're dealing with somebody who is a Scorpio. Yeah, burdens. I mean, so you're coming in to the month. I mean, I want to tell you, like, this is like the new thing is so exciting and awesome, because you got this Ace of, I think that's Pentacles here, and it's like really, but I feel like this is more of like what you want, and you're actually not seeing what you need to see. So burdens. Beginning of the month, there's something you're not seeing. There's choices to be made. There is potentially an air sign, Capricorn, a Scorpio, that, all right, let's put it this way. If it's a Scorpio, they're coming in really fast to end something, to get themselves out of a stuck situation, and it feels like you're being used, okay? If it is an air sign, they have just ended something in the past. They've just ended something, or you've just ended something with an air sign, and no matter which way you look at it, it feels like you guys are moving very quickly, and somehow to get out of something, to get out of this burden, not necessarily out of a loving space. It doesn't feel like a loving space. It feels like somebody is being used in a sense, and it doesn't have to be used like, oh, well, you know, somebody's asking for money or anything like that. It could just be that someone, you know, someone just broke up with someone, and it could be you, it could be the other person, okay? Someone just broke up with someone and they feel like you are the gateway to release these burdens. And you could be. I'm not saying you aren't, but is that how you really want to create these bonds, these beginnings of a relationship? Is that how you want to create it? You know, is that the that's not stable. That's not lasting. That's not stable. So the advice is to slow down, really. Take a pause, take a moment, slow down, think about all the things that someone is saying to you, not what they're doing, but what they're saying. And, you know, really think, is this really what I want? Um, Someone could be changing, they could be looking at a new path. They could be like waiting for, you know, their ships to come in, and it's not looking positive necessarily. Um, they're also overindulging potentially, and it could be either you or this other person could be holding back affections for some reason. I feel like somebody moved too fast, and then they see what the person really, who the person really is, and it feels like, did I, you know, it's that question that comes up like, did I make a mistake? You know, are they offering me love still? Ace of Cups reversed. I mean, it's like you guys have the love. It's, but there's a potential. You got double aces here. I mean, that's like, that's a great sign for a beginning of a relationship. However, Ace of Cups being reversed is telling me that someone's going to start holding back. They're going to start holding back their love. They're going to start, you're going to start seeing the truth in this person. And no matter if you try and refuse to see it or not, it's going to come out. Okay, one more card for the end of March. And I know you know, this is the person for you. And this is, you know, this is your soulmate. This is all this stuff. And it can be. I'm not saying it couldn't be. I'm just saying that there's, slow down and take it slower. Like, you don't have to rush in to be with this person because they're going through some crap. They're going through some, like, time, not even healing. They're actually just wanting to do some things that you're not interested in doing. Okay, look at this. I mean, this is freaking crazy, okay? These are the same exact cards you got here. Okay? You didn't get the Emperor, okay. But the who, just somebody, Libra just got this, okay? So, we're, like I said, if we're talking about Scorpio, this could be Aries. Devil also kind of reminds me of Aries, so it could be that as well. We're talking about slowing down, changing your focus. I'm going to read the change of focus one. That's the 5 of Cups, and that kind of means, for the Rider-Waite deck, it means, I think it's like the crying over spilled milk one, actually. And, or sorrow. It's just really about sorrow. And so I'm curious what these guys have for it. There we go. Change your focus. Okay, disappointment, loss, shift, appreciation. Okay, appreciate. Some disappointment and sadness are inevitable. How you deal with it determines the quality of your life. It may be that you've recently experienced a loss, perhaps end of a friendship or a failed romance. Maybe your family isn't providing the support you need, or you regret decisions you've made. So, I mean, I kind of feel like your whole freaking reading is kind of like that, where you almost rush into something that you don't quite are feeling grounded in, and someone is going to start, like, like taking their love away from you, like, you know, not nurturing you anymore. Like you felt like, you know, this was the person for you, and they start doing things without you. They start mid-month, they start slowly taking their love away, really. And then it causes disappointment. So the March has a overall energy of kind of loss and disappointment and maybe endings of relationships. So maybe slow the hell down coming into March and end of February, and don't create this. Maybe this is the person for you. And because you've rushed in so quickly and not listened to what they said and refused to see because you feel like you know, then, you know, you've created this energy of knowing that this is a person for you. But if you don't get to know this person, then how will you know that? If you don't listen to this person when they tell you, I'm getting over somebody, or I am stuck in something from the past, you know, why would you want to rush into that? Why wouldn't you want to take your time and build something more grounded, more stable? So anything is changeable. Like, I mean, you know, I hope you guys know that everything is changeable. It doesn't mean because I put it down on cards that this is what's going to happen in your life. And, you know, maybe it doesn't resonate with you, but what I'm saying is that if you did slow down, if you did make the choice to actually get to know someone and truly listen to what they're saying to you, then you could avoid some of this pain at the end of the month. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card. And this is from the Tarot of Transformation. I love these cards. They're amazing. Willow Arlenia. And I can't remember what her website is, but they're fantastic. So I'm just going to pull one. And we'll read a little bit. Okay. I think this is your card. Let's see what we got. A few cards came out. Okay, I think I'm going to take this one. So it's equanimity. I think we got equality on one of them as well. And that is the Eight of Swords. I'm trying to get it in. There you go. All right, let's see if I can get it good. Because this is amazing cards. She painted all these cards. They're so fantastic. All right, I'm going to read from the book. Just a little bit, because last month I read a little bit too much, and then it got a little bit much for me also. So, 10 of Wands. Okay. The 10 of Wands. Oh my gosh, 10 of Wands. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this. It's the Eight of Swords I'm supposed to be looking for. So, here we go. Eight of Swords. Equanimity. In sacred geometry, the octagon portrays evenness and stability. In the mental realm, this comes in part from equanimity, which provides the stability of not being thrown off center. Any strong judgment or emotional reaction can create a kind of static that interferes with clarity of perception and evenness in the mind and emotional body. So, there you go. Getting caught in these judgments and reactions is the result of not being equal or not being balanced, okay? Many of the interpretations given this card in many other decks states of mental contraction, fear, resentment, envy, and doubt all involve contraction. If you are sensitive enough, you may notice their effect in your body. Other times you may recognize contraction Only after it has released and you find yourself in a state that is more restful, free, and expansive. When you draw this card, it's a good time to practice equanimity. There are several ways to do this. One is to look for the good in the conditions you would generally push away. When you see the larger purpose for disagreement, when you see the larger purpose for disagreeable conditions in your life, it is easier to accept them. Another method is to step back and observe and label each point of your experience. With greater detachment, you can gain perspective by engaging the part of the brain that is not involved in the activated process. So, kind of step back, do some mundane things, do some hobbies. Don't try and figure this all out at once. Take a break. I really feel like you guys just need to slow down. Okay, I'm going to read this one part and that's it. Um, In this deck, we focus on acceptance of contraction as part of life and the cultivation of equanimity to help us deal with uncomfortable states. Equanimity is not an enforced evenness created by flattening your emotions. So it's saying you don't need to go into this like self, flattening of like emotions. You don't need to like just not emote anymore. You don't need to like not feel anymore. What you need to do is really go in with some solid boundaries and knowing that you can take time to get to know someone and yourself as well. You are aware of your internal distress, but don't react to it as much because you have an evenness inside. So really talking about creating an evenness within you. So when these issues come up, you can actually step back and take a moment and say, and you can change this outcome. You can change this, meaning if you want to stay with this person, and maybe you don't, maybe it's not a long-term situation, but if you want to avoid this loss, it is really time to step back and actually become more even within yourself. Um, you don't have to put the burden on yourself. Okay. All right, Taurus, have a great March. I wish you the best, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye.